Please believe me when I tell you that getting a camera that shoots the sexiest 4K footage and a supercomputer which can export your video content in like 5 seconds is only one part of the issue. This content creator thing is all about speeding up the actual editing process itself, and that's something that I feel myself and a lot of other content creatives tend to overlook. So let me introduce you to this little guy right here. Hey, what's really good, people? Tech Jamo, welcome back to the channel. And if it's your first time on the channel, well done for finding me. If you find that you're vibing with my content, make sure you leave a like, hit that subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the future videos. Now, let me give a big shout out to the team at Loupedeck for gifting me one of these Loupedeck live consoles for testing and review purposes. You can find out more about Loupedeck and their products in the link in the description section below. As the name suggests, it's clear that the Loupedeck Live is geared towards making your game streaming life a hell of a lot easier. Matter of fact, if you look at the Loupedeck Live long enough, it even starts to look like an Elgato Stream Deck. However, with the addition of 6 rotating dials that also double up as buttons and 8 more buttons along the bottom of the device, this becomes a content creation monster machine. Now, going into the unboxing, the thing is pretty much simple. You get a couple of leaflets and thing, a little instruction manual and that, and warranty information. We love to see it. Then you get the device itself, and can I just say, the device is not extremely heavy. It doesn't feel like an expensive device. I automatically assume that when a device feels heavy weighted, it's very expensive. However, considering the fact that this is supposed to be a portable device, it makes absolute sense that it's quite lightweight, and the buttons do feel good quality, very clicky, very tactile, and of high quality. You also get a USB-C to C cable with a little 90-degree angle thing, and you get this cute little flimsy stand that connects to the back of the device. It's not flimsy as in Nintendo Switch Generation 1 flimsy. However, yeah, it would be cool if it collapsed into the machine itself and kind of folded out so that you wouldn't have to worry about disconnecting it and reconnecting it every time you store it for travel. Alright guys, so we got my Loupedeck Live set up. We've been using it for a couple of weeks now, and fam, every time I think, yep, I'm gonna do this video, there's something new that I find, fam. Like, it's crazy. So I'm gonna do this as a little short video, as I've said earlier, and then I'm gonna go into more detail in another video later on, which will probably be like a half-hour video where I go into every single detail of this device, if that's what you guys really want. But the long and short of it is that I cannot live without this thing now. It's like when I got the Stream Deck, fam. The shortcuts that I've set here, they are doing jobs, fam. You got your different pages. Currently, I'm using what's called the Simplified mode, which basically works just like an Elgato Stream Deck. So you've got your pages down the bottom. You've got a page to each button, so you can go to number 2. Number 4 is a different thing. Number 3 is a different thing. You get what I'm saying, innit? So you can have up to 8 pages, obviously, because there's 8 buttons down here. And that's all cool. And then you've got your scroll stuff on the sides as well, your dials. So I've got one dial set to volume, as you can see in the bottom right here. When man moves the volume up and down, it's live. It's litty. It's all calm. And if I even wanted, man could like set another button to do, I don't know, maybe Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or whatever you want to do. Yeah, no, it's sick. And you've got all these actions on the right hand side, which you can literally drag and drop to wherever you want to on the screen, or you can click on the empty space and literally say, oh, I want it to run a program or run a game, or you want it to open up a specific web page or send some sound effects to your stream kind of thing. You can do all of that literally just by clicking on the empty space or dragging and dropping the corresponding action from the list on the right hand side. It's legitimate. However, there is a deeper version called the normal version of Loupedeck. And it works basically the same as the simplified version, but whereas in the simplified version, each one of these buttons corresponded to a different page, each button here corresponds to a workspace with multiple pages. So whereas I'd have to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 to get to different pages, I can just go to 1 now, or let's go to the home button. We'll go to the home, and my home button or my home area has 13 different pages that I could choose from on the apps, yeah, 13. Whereas I could only get 7 maximum pages on the simplified version. And if I go into number 1 now, my second workspace, I can have, as many pages as I want. I don't even know what the limit on the pages is, I can't lie. But the fact that you can have 10 pages per button, it's already overkill. And that's the same for these scrolling dials or the controls that you can see on these black strips here. So on the first page, I've got like volume up there, as you saw. I've got the scrolling option. If I swipe up on the touchpad, it gives me another page, as you can see right here. So you can just literally swipe. You have so many different like modifications and customizations on this thing. It's crazy, guys. It's overkill. One thing that I also like, I forgot to mention, guys, is the fact that when you touch a button on the touch area, it actually gives you a vibration feedback, so you know that you've definitely pressed it, which kind of doesn't make up for the fact that there's no travel in the touchscreen buttons, but it is okay. It does feel nice. You got 2 levels of vibration as well. The highest level feels a bit overkill, so I've stuck with the little level for now. But yeah, that's what you get. I prefer physical buttons because I found that with my sausage fingers, sometimes I can accidentally brush past a touch capacitive button here, and if I'm in an editing studio, that button might be to delete, so it will just delete. Obviously you can undo, but it just gets kind of annoying. But yeah, no, it's wicked, man. It does jobs. Now another thing that it does is the automatic application profiles, where you literally download profiles. Loupedeck has a lot of them on the website for specific programs. I've got Filmora here, Outlook, Google Chrome. And when you fire up that program, so as you can see, let me just fire up, what you call it, Filmora, you'll see it automatically changes on the Loupedeck. So if I close that program now, it goes back to what I need for normal use of my Windows computer. So it's got the sound there, it's got the time at the top. If I'm doing some editing now, it'll go to my Windows Filmora. It'll go to my Filmora stuff. So I've got, my editing page there, another page for like effects and miscellaneous stuff. It's wicked, man. Like the fact that it can do that automatically without me having to go and separately set a page for video editing, it just means that it's always on the correct page that you want. And you can turn this option off if you want to as well. But yeah, I just leave it on so that when I go into Filmora, it's always ready with those shortcuts. But anyway, yeah, big shout out to the guys at Loupedeck for sending this out for me to review. Fam, if you're trying to up your productivity, speed up them video edits, you know what you have to do.